Hello, everyone. This is Jeanette Sheliga, and to help celebrate VGA's 4th birthday, I'm going to share a quick presentation called Using Ancestry.com's My Tree Tags. So let's go ahead. I don't know about you, but I love sticky notes. I have them, you can't see, but they're all over my computer monitors and everything like that. They help me remember things. So when Ancestry came out with My Tree Tags in 2019, this was a perfect fit for me because I could essentially add sticky notes to the people in my family tree to help me identify them in certain ways. Let me show you. Hypothetically, this could be an ancestral couple in my family tree. Starting with the male, I'm going to add some identifiers to help describe him. He's my direct ancestor. He was an immigrant. He had multiple spouses. I'm actively researching him. And he had military service at one point during his life. For the female, she was also my direct ancestor. She was also an immigrant. I am also actively researching her, but she's a brick wall for me because I can't figure out her maiden name to get to the next generation above. And so you get the idea that you can add these sticky notes to all of the people on your tree and multiple of them. There's no limit how many you can add to a single person. And so once you start putting these sticky notes or my tree tags on your tree, it could look something like this. And what's exceptionally neat about this feature is that Ancestry incorporated a way to filter your tree and to just pull out people that have specific tags attached to them. So if I was to ask Ancestry to filter my tree and show me who were all my immigrant ancestors, it would look for, through all the people in my tree and just give me the results back for people that I tagged with the My Tree tag that said immigrant. I could even add a second filter to that and a third filter. If I added a second filter, who are my immigrant ancestors that I'm also actively researching, it would narrow down the search results even further to only people that I've added those tags to. To find the tree tags on Ancestry on a person's profile page, underneath their name and then where it says birth and death, you can see that there's a little white, symbol there that has a plus and then like a gift tag because it's a My Tree tag. When you click on that, the panel from the right pulls out and you can see there's 3 tabs across the top. The first one is My Tree tags, and then to the right of it, your notes and comments. And so underneath where it says My Tree tags and then create a custom tag, you will see some categories and they have carets on the right. If you click on the caret, that would cause them to open up and you can see that they have many different subcategories underneath the big umbrella of each category. All you have to do then is click on the buttons that apply to the person whose profile page you're on, and it will automatically add those tags underneath the person's name for easy, sight to see, so when you pull up a person's profile, you're like, oh, that's right, he did have multiple spouses, and you can kind of, just kind of quickly see some of the details there. Let's go ahead and take a look at all of the ones within the 4 different categories. The first category of the universal tags are the DNA tags, of which there are 3 of them. There's a common DNA ancestor, a DNA connection, and a DNA match. There are many life experience tags: enslaved person, free person of color, immigrant, indentured servant, military service, royalty, nobility, and slave owner. For the relationship tags, there is adopted into this family, adopted out of this family, died young, direct ancestor, multiple spouses, never married, no children, or orphan. And then the final category is the research status tags. This is where we have actively researching, brick wall, complete, hypothesis, unverified, and verified. If you're not sure what Ancestry means by their tag, what is a DNA connection, you can click on the question mark next to any of the tags and the definition will open up right underneath it. And so What ancestry means by a DNA connection is that this person is a relative on the path between a DNA match and a common ancestor. Earlier, I mentioned about how you can filter your tree to find certain people that have tags attached to them. Now, there's two kind of search bars at the top of Ancestry. The one on the left where it says tree search, that's the one you want to click on to search for your My Tree tags. You don't want to go to the one on the right that says search. That is going to search Ancestry's collections to find records that would apply to your ancestor whose profile page you're on. So if you'd like to pull up your My Tree tags, you want to filter by them, you want to click on tree search on the left. And again, that panel is going to slide out from the right again. And you can, underneath the search box where you would normally put an ancestor's name, you'll see this button that says filters. When you click on filters, it will open up the My Tree tags, and you can see right now I have tag definitions left on, but you could click that off and it would just have the titles. So I want to search My Tree that has, I think, over 2,000 people, maybe 3,000 at this point, for all the people that I have tagged with military service. Now, I have had to have added that tag. It's not just going to tag a person if you connect some sort of military document to the tree. You have to deliberately, take that sticky note and slap it on the profile of that person that says military service. I'm going to select military service and then hit done. It searches My Tree and it shows me all of the military service people that I have tagged with the military My Tree tag. And at the bottom, it says results 1 through 10 of 42. So I have 42 people in my tree that have served in the military somehow that I have tagged with the military service My Tree tag. And then what if I wanted to narrow that down a little bit more? So as I mentioned, you can add a second filter. I'm going to click on that filter box again. I've already got military service there. And what I'm going to then do is I'm going to add direct ancestor as my second tag. So I'm going to select direct ancestor, hit done. And now I've got two at the top. You can see military service, direct ancestor, 2 filters. And that took my list from 42 down to 7 people that are my direct ancestor that I've tagged with that tag, who have also I've tagged with military service. It's amazing. It helps you find things so easily. If a new collection came out and you're like, oh my gosh, I wonder who on my tree this might apply to, they can help you sort through your whole tree so easily. But it gets even better. Ancestry came out with the way for you to make custom tags. Total game changer. Okay, you can make a tag for whatever you want, your own sticky note to put on people. The ones that I use the most of the custom tags that I've made is I need help tracking my birth, marriage, and death certificates, because I have on more than one occasion ordered a certificate that I already paid for once. So I paid for it twice because I was not organized. I did not process that document through and upload it to my tree and all that thing. So I created 3 different tags. And I did this for each birth, marriage, and death. So I have a tag, just do I have the certificate? A tag, do I need to order the certificate? Or a third tag, I've ordered the certificate. I'm waiting for it to come in. And so you can see I showed here on the right what that looks like. I can't add the check mark. You can't do any special characters in the tags. So I just have kind of birth certificate. If I've got a birth certificate for that person, they get that tag. Birth certificate needed, birth certificate ordered. And again, I've got them for the same for death, and I have marriages as well. You can come up with so many different things to help remind you of research that needs to yet be done with your tags. A lot of my custom tags were also like, I need an obituary. I don't have one for this person yet. I need to find their land records, their cemetery records, their passenger list, their will or probate, any of those, kind of document groups, those collections that we like to add to the tree. You can tag that. And if you've got a couple minutes and you're like, okay, I feel like searching obituaries, and so I'm going to filter my tree, who needs an obituary, and see if you can track one down for them. Other custom tag ideas would be, a religion or church affiliation, their occupation, perhaps a lineage application candidate, a war that they might have fought in, or groups that they're associated with. You can see I made a tag for Mason because I have Masons in my family tree. I have farmers in my family tree. I have people that fought in the Revolutionary War. There's lots of different ideas that you can come up with the custom tags. Let me show you how to create a custom tag. So on that panel on the right that we looked at, with the My Tree tags, there's the universal ones, the DNA, life experience, relationship, and research. Above it, you'll see a plus and create custom tag. All you got to do is click on that. It pulls up a little panel for you to title, to name your custom tag, and then put a little description. So one tag that I like to use is a local repository that I visit often, any sort of research facility. So for me, that's the Erie County Courthouse. And so I just put in the description, this tag is to remind me to check the notes for research the next time that I visit that repository. So basically, if I've written in the ancestry notes, which I'll show you in a second, something that has to do with a document that I would find at this repository, I will add this tag to that person to remind me when I get to that repository. I'll do a filter on my tree, and I'll do the filter for the Erie County Courthouse, and it'll pull up all the people that I've added that tag to. Then I will go into their notes, as you can see here, and see what was it that I meant to look up at the time that I added that tag. And so for Caroline, I had added a tag, which I still haven't 2 years later gotten this deed. Caroline sold property at Eagle on March 10th of 1925. I need to find the deed. It's in Liber 1807 on page 381. So the next time I'm at the Erie County Courthouse, I know I need to go find that deed, but I wouldn't remember that. I made that note 2 years ago, but luckily I had added that My Tree tag onto Caroline's profile that says Erie County Courthouse. The next time I go into the Erie County Courthouse, I will filter my tree and pull up all the Erie County Courthouse tags and read the notes that I've made on there to help me complete research that I've needed to do. So I hope that you enjoyed that short presentation on using Ancestry.com's My Tree tags. Again, my name is Jeanette Sheliga, and happy birthday so much to VGA. Thank you.